I have done it. The magical feast has been foiled at last. Fear has struck the hearts of man, woman, and child, and they will not be feasting together this year. Oh, but that's not all. Thanks to this disastrous disease, all will finally feel the dread of isolation. Their anxieties, sadness, and fears will slowly seep into their puny, cheerful hearts. As soon as the misery consumes them, all will look up to me in hopes that their grief will subside. Only I can save them. The king shall not sit in gallant state. The queen will not taste her dainties.
What's a dainty?
Her banquet food, you fool. She will not have her wassail, boar's head, pastries, pies. I tell you, she will have none.
Oh, that is sad.
Sad for her, but glorious for me. This year I will prevail. I will entertain the masses. They will hail me supreme.
If the people are isolated, how will you entertain them?
Here in my hand is a key to the magic that only I possess. This is the key to make me the supreme host in the kingdom of Zoom. In this kingdom, everyone is separate in little boxes on little screens. And as supreme host, I control what they can see and hear, and I can quiet them with the magic button called Mute All, and I can force them to see me and only me.
How does it work, Velana? How does it work?
It's magic, you fool! And if you are not careful, I will have you permanently muted. Or worse, I'll leave you to fend off this virus and you can deal with it yourself. Now go on and tell the Zoom crier to announce the kingdom of Zoom is open.
Do you mean the town crier?
No, I mean the Zoom crier. No one can go to town, but everyone can meet in the kingdom of Zoom. Now off with the both of you. The only way for the magic to work is for me to be the first to enter the kingdom of Zoom.
Zorro, I have just come from Valana. She has created great fear in all the people, and they are too frightened to meet together for the magical feast. She plans to force everyone into the kingdom of Zoom, where she can control them as supreme host. You must get this key to the king and queen and have them enter the kingdom of Zoom before Valana. That is the only way she will be defeated.
Never fear, Zorro is here to save the celebration.
Do not forget to wear your mask.
Zorro never without his mask. I am off!
Lords and ladies, one and all, join us on this virtual call. There is no reason to cover your face, for you are secure in your own place. Call the family together and gather around. Find a seat and turn up the sound. For nary a word you'll want to miss, for this evening is full of promised bliss. There will be plenty of pleasure for eye and for ear, for us to hold over till we meet again next year.
Never fear, Zorro is here. I have come to save the celebration. I have the key to the kingdom of Zoom.
The key to the kingdom of Zoom?
Yes, Valana's dastardly plan is to foil the magical feast. I must see the king and queen immediately.
Valana, keys to the kingdom, to dastardly plans. What's with the mask?
Yes, Valana and her evil minions have used this pandemic to their advantage and have created fear throughout the land to keep the masses from gathering so she may take over the kingdom of Zoom as supreme host, thus destroying the magical feast that we know and love. My mask is to hide my identity as the ever-clever hero, known as Zorro, and everyone knows there was an edict that masks must be worn in public.
I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories, but this one really takes the cake.
Valana plans to take the cake? I thought it was only the wassail and boar's head she was taking. I must thwart this evil plan. I'm off!
The mask is worn across your mouth. It takes all kinds. Cue the fanfare.
Yes, hail, good lords and ladies fair, and welcome to Madrigal Feaste this year. It may not look, as you remember, quite different from our past Decembers. A villain has spread throughout the land, one that has thwarted all of our plans. But do not fret, do not frown. The Kentwood choirs are not brought down. We may not be feasting in Kentwood Manor, all gathered together underneath its banner, but we gather together in the kingdom of Zoom, where you will find there is plenty of room. Some of us cry that this is not fair. Some of us are grateful for all of the care. No matter your feelings, set them aside, for now we shall celebrate this Christmas tide. So fill your goblets with your favorite drink, for now we shall toast wassail with a rousing clink. Please sing along with Silent Night, ne'er worry your voice is a blight. For in your home you're the king of the castle, never a fear and no one to hassle. So let us wait not a minute more, for the choir is at the proverbial door. We beg you to recline and enjoy the show. Without further ado, ere we go.
We've been a while wandering amongst the leaves so green, but now we come wassailing so plainly to be seen. For it's Christmas time when we travel far and near. May God bless you and send you a happy new year. We are not daily beggars that beg from door to door. We are your neighbor's children, for we've been here before. For it's Christmas time when we travel far and near. May God bless you and send you a happy new year. We've got a little breakfast made of leather, edge, and skin. We want a little of your money to light it while we've been. For it's Christmas time when we travel far and near. May God bless you and send you a happy new year. And master and good mistress, while you're sitting by the fire, pray think of us poor children that's wandered in the mire. For it's Christmas time when we travel far and near. May God bless you and send you a happy new year.
Fred? Raposa! How is it possible that the celebration has begun and I was unable to mute that wretched jester?
That jester may be wretched, but those singers, wowee, they sound like angels.
I was supposed to open the celebration with song, you fool. I was to sing the processional. We must find a way to infiltrate this feast.
We could salt the wassail. That spice will not taste nice.
Oh, doesn't everyone have their own wassail from their own homes this night? Oh, but could we join in the singing and get closer to the king and queen?
That's it. While I join singing the wassail, you two figure out how to make me the supreme host, so I can be in control and sit in gallant state.
Zorro, Valana is planning to... You must... Why are you wearing your mask like that? Take that mask off your face and wear this one.
No time to bother about my mask. I am off to save the wassail toast.
Wait, Zorro, you have not heard Valana's plans. Oh, bother.
Hear ye, hear ye. By order of the King and Queen of Ketwood Manors, all people in the Kingdom of Zoom this evening must prepare their goblets, mug, tumbler, or flask for the traditional wassail toast.
Our royal court will be joining us now, some in their rooms, some in their halls. All will be holding a cup to toast, from the least to the very most. We will celebrate as we would in the hall, all for one and one for all. So, royal court, please join me in the song of wassail. Your beautiful voices shall set us a sail.
All ye that are good lords, come hearken to my song. I know ye do not hate good cheer, nor wassail that is strong.
All you that are fair ladies, lift up a cup to toast. Drink down the strong wassail with cheer, and that ye also boast.
And if ye have a wee babe on thy hip, lift up a cup for him to sip, for it is all in the spice that makes this wassail very nice.
Come fill us of the strongest, small drink is out of date. Methinks I shall fare like a princess and sit in gallant state.
I lift my glass of strongest wassail to the founder of the feast. May the master nary a trouble, and blessings to increase.
When thou hast given God the thanks unto thy dainties fall, heaven bless my master and my dame.
And blessings one and all.
Wassail, wassail, wassail.
Wassail, wassail all over the town. Our toast it is white and our ale it is brown. Our bowl it is made with the white maple tree. With our wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee.
So here is to Cherry and to his right cheek. Pray God send our master a good piece of beef, and a good piece of beef that may we all see. With the wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee.
And here is to Dobbin and to his right eye. Pray God send our master a good Christmas pie, and a good Christmas pie that may we all see. With our wassailing bowl we'll drink to thee.
And here is to Broadway and to our bread horn. May God send our master a good crop of corn, and a good crop of corn that may we all see. With our wassailing bowl we'll drink unto thee.
And here is to Collie and to her long tail. Pray God send our master, he never may fail. A bowl of strong beer, I pray you draw near, and a jolly wassail, it's then you shall hear.
Come, butler, come fill us a bowl of the best. Then we hope that your soul in heaven may rest. But if you do draw us a bowl of the small, then down shall go butler, bowl, and all.
Then here's to the maid in the lily white smock, who tripped to the door and slipped back the lock, who tripped to the door and pulled back the pin, for to let these jolly wassailers in.
Lords and ladies, our gracious host bids thee rise for our wassail toast.
Lords and ladies of this kingdom, we welcome you to our virtual Kentwood Manor. Now from the host of this Zoom call, hear my toast. Drink it well. Hear then I bid thee wassail, and down with him who will not say, drink hail.
Drink hail.
May the peace and joy of Christmas tide within thy hearts this year abide.
Then here's to the maid in the lily white smock, who tripped to the door and slipped back the lock, who tripped to the door and pulled back the pin, for to let these jolly wassailers in. To the king and queen!
To the king and queen!
West hail, thou lovers of music and mirth. We will entertain you with all of our worth. Though I may warn there's a villain on the loose, but never a fear, for we have hired a sleuth. Our hero, clever as a fox, will hunt down the villain like a hawk. But I get ahead of myself. Let me introduce the royal court. Here is King Landon, who sits on his throne, all alone in his home.
Thank you all for joining us this fine evening. The Madrigal Feast has been a tradition for over 400 years. The Queen Caroline and I would not allow any evil to keep us from celebrating this glorious time of year. Even though we are separated in person, we are united in spirit.
Yes, dear, so eloquently stated. We trust you all have joined with the wonderful Christmas spirit that will keep this tradition alive until we meet again. We will not let fear or those hideous face masks that hide so many lovely faces overtake us with sadness and hopelessness.
There are some faces that I believe the mask has made an improvement. Now that could be seen as hopeful.
Oh, Lady Amber, you are wicked. But look at the lovely lords and ladies we have gathered this evening. Are they not a sight for sore eyes? Oh, look at Lady Caitlin. Hair, a masterpiece. And Lady Latali, her gown, just stunning.
Do you think she has an entire gown on? I heard of this craze in the Kingdom of Zoom called gown on top, bottom is slop.
Whatever do you mean, Lady Amber?
She is dressed on the top half for the feast, but only wearing her pantaloons on the bottom half.
She wouldn't dare.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you who?
Wouldn't you like to get on with the show?
Yes, of course.
As I was telling all those in the Kingdom of Zoom, there is a villain lurking near who is intent on destroying the traditions of Madrigal Feast. First, she has locked us here in the Kingdom of Zoom, filling us with fear and with dread to meet in person. Then she tried to destroy the wassail toast. To no avail, for the tradition prevailed. But we must stay vigilant, for she may be lurking in a nearby breakout room, waiting to destroy all we hold dear.
But never fear, your highness, for I am Zorro, clever as a fox. I will bring this villain to justice.
Yes, Zorro. We have heard that your clever antics have saved the feast thus far, and for those we are most grateful. But I am a bit concerned with the mask over your eyes. Shouldn't you be wearing it across your nose and mouth?
If I take my mask off, you will know my secret identity. I am off to search the breakout rooms for the infamous Villana and her minions. Sally ho!
Where did you find this hero, Juster?
Google, he had a pretty good safety review on Yelp. He always wears a mask.
Things are not going as I planned. It's as if the king is one step ahead of me. It's as if he knows my plans.
That is not possible, unless there is a Zoom bomber.
I am the bomber, you fool! I'm the destroyer of all plans!
Yes, your extreme villainousness. I know this was not how I planned to spend my Christmas break.
Quiet, you fool. Let me think.
Does she know your name is Fred, not fool?
The boar's head is next in the Queen's Hall. Fred, go and steal that beast's head. They will not dine on the rarest of the rarest feast.
She knows my name.
Hear ye, hear ye. The boar's head ceremony will commence.
Stop! Stop the ceremony! Stop the ceremony! The boar's head is missing! Oh, Your Highness, I'm truly sorry.
Oh, don't worry yourself, dear. I could never stomach the sight of a pig's head on a plate, its pasty skin all rubbery, and an apple pad in its mouth. Barbaric.
Well said, my queen.
But dear, it's tradition.
A tradition best forgotten.
No, Lady Amber, the king is right. We may not have the boar's head, But we can enjoy the lovely song. I always did like that song. Jester, cue the singers.
So many are at the feast. It is boar's head that we shall eat.
The boar's head and amber be decked with bays and rosemary. And I pray my masters be my right, good as he's in convivio. Caputa prite fero, redens lautes domino.
Let us serve with the song. We'll be eating boar's head ere too long.
The boar's head, as I understand, is the rarest dish in all the land, which thus be decked with a giggle, and let us serve recantico. Computo prete fero, redens laudes domino.
In the Queen's Hall we shall eat, the rarest of the rarest treat.
Our steward hath provided this in honor of the King of Bliss, which on this day to be served is in reginency atrio. Caputa prete fero, redens laudis domino.
Hear ye, hear ye. On behalf of the Kentwood Choirs, we would like to thank you for joining us tonight on our magical celebration. We know this is not ideal and many of us do have Zoom fatigue, but the arts must survive these unusual times that we find ourselves in. The Magical Feast is the choir's biggest event each year. It is also an important fundraiser. If you would like to support our choir and the events that we will continue to plan once we are together again, please consider making a donation to our virtual tip jar. The information is in the link below. Thank you.
I have failed. I was unable to save the boar's head. The queen must be terribly disappointed. I will throw in my mask and return to the life of a lord, dawdling my days away in luxury and boredom.
Zorro, you have not failed. The queen does not even like the boar's head. The sight of it makes her queasy. You have kept Villana from becoming the supreme host of the kingdom of Zoom. You must continue being the masked hero.
That is not so important. If I was a true hero, I would have overthrown Villana, and we would all be free from this kingdom of Zoom and live our lives together once again.
It may not be possible for one man to overcome Villana. She may always show up here or there now and again, but you have kept this meeting place safe for such a time as this. We are able to sing and laugh and carry on the tradition of Madrigal Feast. That is a true hero's conquest.
I did all that? Of course I did all that! I am Zorro, clever and crazy like a fox.
Now pick up your masks and I will show you the correct way to wear them, crazy fox.
How? Tell me how the king and queen of Kentwood Manor could have their magical feast and a success. How? Towns, cities, and countries have been shut down. Everyone must be secluded, not together. They should have looked up to me to their joy. How humiliating. Kentwood has defeated me by locking me in a breakout room. This cannot be.
Villana, it is I, your faithful servant. I have distressing news. The celebration went on without the boar's head.
I know that, you fool. Where have you been? Where's Raposa?
I have been bouncing around the kingdom of Zoom looking for you. The news on Raposa is...
Go on.
She is a spy. She's the one who's foiled your plans. And I do not think she will stop with this celebration. She's like a cure to a bad disease.
Shut up, you fool.
But do not be sad, my queen. I will never leave you, my ever eloquent reprobate.
Oh, let me out of here. Oh, have pity. Let me out.
What an evening this has been, from the beginning to the end. There was a time where all hope was lost. Celebrating seemed to come at such a cost. But we were brave, creative, and fun, so in the end, we got the job done. We overcame our fears and our frets, and we made this happen without any regrets. The kingdom of Zoom is friend and is foe, but tonight was friend and we enjoyed our show. Philana is locked away for an hour or two, so we can be in peace and share a song or two. The king and queen have something to say, so stay with us a bit longer, I pray. For when the words they have said are through, we will gather the choir for one last adieu. So, we will end our celebration with Silent Night. Seems apropos and just right.
Isn't this a fascinating world we are in? Separated by miles, mountains, and oceans, but yet we can gather together with one thought in mind: comfort and joy, love and peace, and a silent night.
Once again, we leave you with this benediction. May the love and joy of Christmas tide within your hearts this year abide.
Aha! Never fear, Zorro is near. I will be on constant watch so you may feel the beauty of the voices of the king's choir. The clever and crafty fox is on guard.
Come, Zorro, you have proven yourself. I dub thee Keeper of the Keys to the Kingdom of Zoom. Use these keys wisely.
And look at you. You figured out your math situation.
I have completed my hero's conquest. My identity is safe as well as the kingdom. I have locked Philana in the breakout room, never to be a Zoom bomber again. I am Zorro, clever and crazy like a fox. Tally ho!
What an interesting fellow.
Yes, well, Merry Christmas to all.
And to all a good night.
Now, Jesta, isn't there that lovely surprise you had planned?
Oh, yes, your prestigiousness. Hark! Listen closely. What's that I hear? The sounds of a choir are drawing near.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young Virgin Mother and Child. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face. With the dawn of redeeming grace, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Quem vidistis pastores, quem vidistis pastores, dicite, Intenis quis apparuit, Intenis quis apparuit, et chorus angelorum, collaudantes Dominum, dicite,
And who but listened till was paid, the greeting give and the music play, honor of each household day, and Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas, wish to all, and to all.